Welcome back, gang, for the first time and hopefully many more to come. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click on the notifications right here, this little bell, so you can get those emails every time we go live. Peace.
Ping pong. Who's
Ping,
serving?
Ping
Who's serving?
pong. Well, I am. I'm in the driver's seat. You feel me? So we gonna jump into the A-side topic.
Fasten your seatbelt, guys.
What's up, my nigga?
What's up, man?
Oh, that was lower than what I expected. Now let's see how we're gonna play that.
Charlamagne the guy. What's up, my nigga?
What's up, my guy? Now, you're one of the most talented fighters in boxing, but you've had your ups and downs. What are your goals for 2018?
I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I'm trying to outshine everybody. I gotta go crazy. Like I've been bullshitting. Like, you know, and then they got me up here next to these motherfuckers, and when we gotta fight, I don't like these motherfuckers, man. So don't be fooled like we just all cool. We gotta fight. We still gotta fight. I gotta rematch Mikey, Sean Porter, and shit. Nah, we gotta get. So this fight right here, this the start of the turn up again, because you know I'm still turned, but I gotta turn back up. So you know
what's the date? I don't know. Yeah.
Whenever we fight, I don't care where it's at. They ain't I don't know nothing yet. I'm ready, man. Let's get it on, man. I'm trying to, and he undefeated. I'm trying to get you your first loss too.
So for me, you know, I told myself this year I'm definitely not doing the picking of the heart thing.
Mm-hmm.
So everything in me says, yeah, you know, Broner is more skilled than Figueroa. But that's the heart telling me, because then you got to factor in, well, is he really going to get ready? Is he going to be able to deal with the pressure? It's just so much that you have to worry about. I think, you know, it just got signed. I think Figueroa showed by moving up to 47 that his hands are pretty good. I think this is an interesting fight. I really do. And it's even more interesting that this one garnered the most attention out of all the men on that stage. Charlamagne the guy made it seem like Adrien Broner was fucking Chris Tucker or Eddie Murphy on the stage. He personally walked out past the podium to the other side of the fucking stage just to shake Adrien Broner's hand and talk personally to him.
He's a celebrity.
Charlamagne has more views on his Instagram posts of the event than Showtime. So topic number one, Broner Figueroa somehow has become a big fight. Broner proving what Matt says repeatedly. He does numbers.
And very quickly, if you think about the highlights of the press conference, if anyone listening right now, go back in your head right now and think about the press conference. What was the most notable thing ever said? What were the quotables from this event? What were the moments from the event that make you think, oh, wow? First off, there weren't that many, if any at all. Secondly, the only real moments of tension, excitement, theater, in a sense, was from Adrien Broner. Regardless of his L's that he's taken recently, regardless of what us hardcores know his ceiling to be, he is still the most exciting man on the stage.
Still a polarizing character.
That is an issue, I think, for everyone else on that stage. The fact that you have Broner, who keeps taking L's, is still the main guy there, is still the most quotable guy on the stage.
You want to hear the irony? The irony is Danny Garcia walks out on stage and he says his goal is to prove to the world that he is the most popular fighter in all of boxing. But Broner walks out and proves without even trying that he is the most popular thus far.
But do you think that's because his online presence, his behavior, you know, he's the arrogant, hated guy, you know what I mean? But he's also
people love to hate and people want to see you lose. So it doesn't matter if they're tuning in, his checks are fat.
No, I understand. I didn't say anything negative about him. I'm just saying Danny Garcia is also, he's not arrogant, but he is a hated fighter as well. So Broner it's just more, there's more presence. You find more Broner on the social media.
Yeah, it's because
you know what I'm saying?
Broner's not just a fighter. He
was at the New Year's party.
Yeah, he's connected to, you know, the music industry and other outlets within the entertainment business that allows him to garner that attention. You know what I mean? That's why he's able to do what he's doing, even though he's losing, and even though his the guy he's facing is no pushover though. He's facing a game opponent, and it is going to be a hell of a fight, I think, still, regardless of all the accolades that Broner has, and him doing what he does, being a boxer and all. He still has a tough fight ahead of him.
When you said the heart thing, I thought you meant like the heart, the guy with the most courage, and I thought that was towards Figueroa, Omar Figueroa, but you meant like your heart. But so I immediately say, whoa, Omar Figueroa fought in brutal bloodbath fights. Is he an easily cut opponent? Because I think he cut more than once before. And if Adrien Broner could do as I imagine he was going to do against Mikey Garcia, then yeah, hands down, Adrien Broner wins and hopefully gets that Sean Porter rematch. I don't see him. Sean Porter rematch and the Mikey Garcia rematch, but Mikey Garcia already made him not let his hands go, right?
True, but Mike Garcia is a very different boxer with a very different sense of skill. Technique.
You mean compared to Omar Figueroa, right?
Absolutely. I'm comparing those guys.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about his comeback. If he were to go back, and those would be his next fights.
Agree.
Fantasy matchup.
The idea about Omar Figueroa, in my opinion, is that he's like a Mikey Garcia light. Diet Mikey Garcia. He's not the real version of that.
Oh, so this is a confidence booster fight.
Everything, in my opinion, is that all the things that we thought Broner could capitalize in the Mikey fight, he should be able to capitalize against Omar Figueroa. Omar Figueroa is no Mikey Garcia.
I don't know, man.
But there you go. Ness has an argument, and I think his argument is very.
And it's fine because most boxing fans don't know shit.
Yo, my argument is this, bro. Omar at least is gonna throw punches non-stop. He's gonna throw punches. Mikey is a straighter puncher, more technical puncher than Omar, but Omar's activity, he might Marcos Maidana him. He's wild. He just throws and throws and throws and stop. He doesn't stop coming forward. I know that people are down on Omar Figueroa due to the Hawakawa fight, but both his hands were broke. Both his hands were broke, and he still fought all those rounds and still punched that guy in the face all those times with his hands broke. So they think he has no power. I think it was the hands. He went to 47, knocked out Guerrero, going back down to 40, back with Joel Diaz, sparring with Lucas Matisse, sparring with Felix Diaz if he's in town. I don't know, man. I just don't fucking know. Now, on the other hand, you got Adrien Broner, who changed trainers, or at least brought in Kevin Cunningham, relocated to West Palm Beach in Florida, and may be trying to turn it around. But we've been here before. Are we going to believe our heart? Are we going to believe him telling us this time it's different? This time he's going to give 100%? I don't know, man.
That's you, the fickle
I
fan.
rack up some wins on my resume in terms of how many times Ness picked the fights right. And I don't know if I could keep picking with my heart with Broner.
I think this fight heavily determines, in terms of who you're picking, heavily determines on what you think of Omar Figueroa. If you think Omar Figueroa, A, has power, B, his hands are good, C, the inactivity he's had throughout his career as of late will not be a negative factor, then you may think, or that Omar has some skill, then you think Omar probably can beat Broner, in my opinion. But I think Omar Figueroa is at most a B-level fighter. At most, he's an overachiever. I think Broner is too skilled, too fast, too powerful. I think Broner should win this fight. Again, that's off of the version of Broner that we think we had at one point. If the Broner we saw in the Mikey fight is the one that entered this fight where he's not throwing hands at all, then yeah, he may get overwhelmed and just lose rounds to a point decision loss. Absolutely.
Punch decision. That's a good pick.
Point decision. I said point decision.
Oh, okay.
Look, man, say what you want about Figueroa, but I really wish my fights were amateur fights now, because I feel like I have the right to say after getting in the ring, fuck that. I respect Figueroa. He's a 2-division champ. That shit is not easy. Yo, people could say, that fighters have easy paths. You still got to win that fight. You still got to do it. You still got to win that fight. And Figueroa, He's been in there. He's a real one. He's been in there in fights already where people thought he was going to lose, and guess what? He keeps winning. He
Tough guys too, durable guys.
He comes in overweight. He comes in sloppy. He's wild technically. He's not what you expect. And yet he still holds a win over Earl Spence in 2007 and is the reason that Earl didn't go to the Olympics in 2008.
Ooh, you threw that nice card out there, Ness.
Just saying. Fellow Texan, and if he could get the win over Adrien Broner, it's setting something up down the line. There were rumors already of Earl and Figueroa. And Figueroa's a big kid. I interviewed him yesterday. My interview will be out. Speaking of, head over to the YouTube channel. We are flooding the channel with significant interviews with big-time fighters. I was in the camp of Earl Spence in Texas. I was in the camp of Danny Garcia with Enrique and Alex a couple of days ago in Philadelphia. You know what camp we'll be going to visit to soon. There's tons of videos. We got our UK correspondent Dove Joel on the prowl as well. He put out a couple of videos with Billy Joe Saunders. We got some new Jim Gray interviews. I mean, Jamal Charlo settled his beef with me. I got an excellent interview with Jamal. I got an excellent interview with Earl Spence going in. You know, I spoke everything. I spoke ratings because I ain't no fucking pussy. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. What I say on this show, I say to your face. So we spoke of ratings. We spoke of stardom. We spoke of Keith. I got his reaction to Keith actually coming up to him and talking to him. Find out what he actually said is all I'm saying. The YouTube is flooded. YouTube.com/ThaBoxingVoice. So head on over to ThaBoxingVoice.com/videos.
Woo! That's the soundboard for the day. Woo! He Ric Flairing it. Woo!
Yeah, man. Omar Figueroa and Adrien Broner closing that out.
Marty Sway, yo, I usually tell my codes not to answer people in the chat, but you're a patron, so I'm gonna give you some attention anyway.
And it's funny. It's really funny.
He said, Ness, Danny wasn't really fucking with you. He knows you a Thurman fanboy now.
It's true.
The thing is, I ain't even put out my Danny interview. My Danny interview, Enrique got it in a fucking coffin. Is buried. You need the Italian people to get it. It's on this camera.
Actually, you know, it's breathing right now.
When it's dropping.
Hold on. He says breathing right now. What the fuck does that mean?
That means that he has the box still closed.
Dropping? When is it dropping?
Let me answer Matt first. Let me answer Matt first.
He hasn't looked at it once. That's what that means.
No, that doesn't mean that at all. So you're just making assumptions, just like a bullshit boxing fan making his prediction. But what I'm saying is, when I said it's breathing, it's like, you know, a bottle of wine. You pop it open.
It's a fucking video, not bottle of wine.
You're supposed to let it breathe. I mean, it's the video, so how's it in the coffin? So if the man wants to use analogies, I'm using mine.
Yeah, your analogy sucks because how is it breathing?
Your beard sucks. That's why you shaved it off.
It's only being seen to you.
Your beard sucks. That's why you shaved it off.
Nah,
yeah. Adrien Broner, Omar Figueroa beating Adrien Broner and possibly facing Errol Spence. I like that. I like that a lot. So, yeah, that's the possible brewing.
What is up, TBV family? Yes, YouTube has been cutting funding to their channels as of late, and with net neutrality going through its process, the internet is changing. If you want to keep your favorite channel intact, coming up with tons of content, and plus get hours and hours of extra content, head over to patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice to become a member of the TBV family and help support the channel. Peace.
No other sight in the game could see the boxing voice.